Hey, what's everyone? Okay, before we start this video, we're going to talk about giant oil, etc. But first off, I just want to say big ups to three groups of people. First off, Tickle Bum. Even though I know I've had your bonnet for a long time, just thank you for your patience, because you know, my mind is an evil thing. It's my worst enemy, to tell you the truth. But yeah, and I hope once it's done, I really hope the wait has been worth it, and you're not like, oh, it's cool. Sorry, it sounds like I'm getting fucking sick again. But anyway, it's feeling a little bit deeper this time. But yeah, no, thank you to these guys. Like, as I said, when we quote out jobs, we don't charge people more. We try not to. I mean, the one did turn up and it was a little bit more than we've seen here to turn up. But you know, again, they turned around and like hooked me up, with the phone that I film off and that. Yeah, I don't even know how the other footage was even made. I'm sure it must have been all yellow, but they just went out of their way and done this without even me knowing. Like, I was a thing between them and my missus. So, kiddo creeping around in the background, the oldest. But anyway, yeah, that was a thing that they did with me not even knowing. My missus knew. But yeah, guys, amazing. But yeah, that's the gratitude. Andrew Smith, like, was doing his job, and yeah, I blew my compressor up halfway. I think it was maybe before. I don't think. Yeah, it just wouldn't stop. There was issues anyway. But yeah, I was showing you one you can just paint with the smallest compressor. It's fine. But then he was like, "Yo, I've got something for you." And I was like, "You okay?" And he brought like that bad boy. Again, appreciation massive. Then we got this guy. So the owner of Rotating. And actually, if you want to know who he is, it's this guy right here. So yeah, it's Julian, also known with the Rx3, as you just seen, Oggy. But we'll go into that later. But again, this dude, like, I destroyed my other tripod and that, which I did. I fucking annihilated it. And then he's like, "I'll send you something." I was like, "Oh, okay, yeah, right." And he hooked me up with this bad boy. Buddy, God, like, it has a button, so I don't have to touch it anymore. Like, dude, thank you so much. You, Andrew Smith, Tickle Bum family, like, you guys, like, honestly, the appreciation is massive. And don't forget, it never goes past. I don't remember it, I do. So that's just the start of this video. So now, let's get into this and talk about giant oil. Oh, you'll probably say, but yeah, it's probably going to help some of you out. Let's get into it now. Okay, so what's up? Man, so this is going to get weird. I just have to push a button and this works. Crazy. Mind blowing. What the fuck? Okay, so we're going to pick up today for our fleet, all the oils that we're going to be running. And yeah, so again, as we discussed in the previous video when we were talking about two strokes and everything else, we sorry, I'm going to sound like I'm past it, just, yeah, I don't know, something feel fucked up in the chest. But anyway, we discussed about the two strokes being ashless, and the premix as a caster isn't ashless, but just the differences really. Try to keep it simple. So again, moving away, as you all know, I left Penrite, all in good terms. Yeah, it is what it is, and have gone back to Giant. So Giant, I originally was going to sign with at the start, but then again, Penrite approached Ryko, who I majorly signed up with at the time, and then we went in that direction. Hey, had some good times, but saying that, in between, Giant have developed a few more products within the 5 years I was with Penrite, and hopefully now that we're with Giant, they'll take on hand, and hopefully we can develop something further for Rotary owners and stuff. But anyway, so yeah, we're going to go to the 2T premix. So this is an ashless product. So again, it just prevents that sooty look on your plugs and carbon. So yeah, we're just trying to like clear that. So yeah, so just no matter what oil premix you're going to use, just Google it and just see if it's ashless. It'll say no, it's not. And honestly, it's gonna save heaps of fucking strain. It's gonna prevent, you know, the most carbon issues you have in rotary engines and even anything else, two strokes and all that, like, you know, chainsaws, fucking go-karts and that. But yeah, I think they make one for go-karts on their own. I think most go-karts run like a fucking caster and everything, but yeah, we won't get into that. We're just going to talk about rotors. So yeah, we're going to go to their 2T product. So years ago I wasn't using this because it didn't exist. They only had another product that was an ash product that wasn't ashless, and yeah, and we were noticing a lot of soot on our plugs. Had to always constantly clean them, and then when we went to the castor oil we noticed that it was just burning heaps cleaner. We can clean them easier. But now we have an ashless product. We're going to put that in there. So when we go to our dyno run, which I'm going to try and go next week or the week after, definitely going to hit dyno, we'll check as well. So read the plugs before we drop all this penrite oil out. We'll read them, take photos of them, and then we'll put all the premixes in and shit and oil, and then we'll run it, and then we'll see what they look like afterwards. So it'll be a good match up, you know. So yeah, we're going to, again, 2050. We've always run, I've personally always run 2050 since I've gone to rotors, since I was told to, pretty much. So yeah, some people out there, they go 1040. These, hey, if you want to go 1040, that's fine. Some people will say, oh, it runs heaps cooler 1040, rah rah, but maybe. And some of these people, I've heard it from NAs and stuff, but turbos, I don't know. But actually, I don't think there's really that much of a difference. I don't think there's that much of a difference. I think if anything, you know, it could be a couple of degrees, I don't know. I don't really think there's that much of a difference. I think coolant, if anything, is going to be, you know, because yeah, that's your internals, but the outside is surrounded by water, and that's going to keep most of it temps down. But hey, that's not an argument. It's just, I just prefer the 2050. Always have, always will. So yeah, they're 2050. So yeah, it's mineral. You know, so it's natural based, which you always do. You know, you always go for the cheap, dirty 2050. The thing is with this stuff is, it's actually so they've hydrocracked this, so it's because it's, you know, it's normally straight non-man-made oil. There's heaps of shit still in it. So talking with them, I had another meeting with them today, because I've been doing some research, them explaining, and yeah, it's pretty out of it, like how much shite they take out of it to make it a more pure oil, so more refined oil, rather than trying to take a product which, you know, which is cheap and natural, to then putting other products into it to try and balance out all the shite that's in it. You know, does that make sense? Basically, that's kind of what it is. But if you have no idea, just seriously just Google hydro cracking engine oil, and you'll buzz out. It's a two-step process, and yeah, so it just makes the cheaper natural nasty oil a way better quality oil. So yeah, there's not so many additives been shoved into it to make it that better oil. They've removed it. It's a process. Well, it's easy to understand when you read it. I'm just not going to explain it. It's easier if you just Google it. So yeah, as I said, we ran the oil for 7 years in that KE. Previously, before we went to Penrite, had no issues with it. Freaking no issues. Car ran like a dream. It was always mint. Yeah, just at the other premix we were saying to them, you know, the premix seems a bit fucking shoddy. But now we know why. Because that product was not an ashless product. So again, happy days. So also, we got a whole lot of fluids so we can service our tow vehicle and stuff like that. But funny enough, it runs the same shite as the Rx8s. So you can run a 1040, but yeah, it says 530 or 1040 for Rx8, fully synthetic. And you know, the thing is that we changed from what it says on it to a heavier one, to the more, you know, Rotary non-oil at 2050, because it was just my previous logic. Okay. Now, problem is, yeah, it's gonna cause carbon. And I think that's what had happened when we seen the video of Andy's Rx8, and it had been stripped down and it had been like over 2,000 k's old and had so much carbon built up on it. Is because the fact that the engine oils that we were using previously, that was put in it when it was built, and then we changed it and all that, yeah, was causing carbon. How could it be causing carbon? Well, first of all, you know, the lighter, thinner oil, you know, the 530 in it is pretty much designed, yeah, just really so it can run through the engine, do lubrication, and also can be reused to go back through the OMP pumps and be fed into the engine to be burned off and lubricate the fuel. That's when you're going to start getting dramas. As most of you know, if you run this like in your normal road oil without, you know, that being shut off, you just go for it like no tomorrow, because it's real light. It's like fucking water. So the problem is there that this is our conclusions, and you know, known all over the years, is that you know, if you put a heavier oil in it, like the 2050 and stuff like that, it's not going to burn it very well. So way heavier oil to try and burn, it's going to cause more carbon. And the engine oil you usually put in it, it's not actually designed to be made as a premix. That is the simple answer. It's not designed to be a premix. Or else, why don't we just get engine oil and use that as a premix? Why don't we? So it burns like shit, causes carbon, end of story. So, with that, we're talking with Giant, and they actually make an ashless or low ash engine oil product. So it's not going to be the miracle whip and stop it from carboning up, but it's going to be a hell of a lot less of a process. And yeah, and again, you can run this stuff. So this assize, this is a 530, is a low ash or ashless product. Yeah, pretty much ashless. And again, it's just gonna, when it's getting burnt, it ain't gonna carbon up as much. It's actually gonna be able to try and do what it's gonna do. So that I just, yeah. So we're gonna run this in Annie's Rx8, and then we're probably gonna back off again on the premix. We're gonna add premix again, but we're just gonna back off a bit, because then the OMP pump's gonna be working again. Because the oil's so thin, it's going to be able to get drawn through there. But as everyone knows, if you own an earlier model Rx8s, they have 4 injector oil injectors, and they have been prone to shut down, block up, and just, you know, whatever. So yeah, we are going to put some premix in there, but just not a lot. The later models have 6, so you know, these 2 failing, you still got 4 to feed it. You know, easy peasy. So that's what we're going to be running. I think they've got a 1040 ashless product, and just, yeah, what we're talking about today, but I think we're just going to stick with the 530. It should be mint. So again, it just saves you having to remove the OMP pump and go for all those disasters. Now, if you're gonna get the engine rebuilt, if you're gonna get it ported or just whatever, and you're gonna send the ECU off to get flashed or street tuned, then remove the OMP pump. The bro Marsh, if he's gonna I suggest you go see Marsh. He can remove all the shit that doesn't need to be there, and then when you go to get it flashed, that will be all wiped, and then you get street tuned, it'll be all cleaned up. Easy peasy lemon squeezy, job done. Save you all that money trying to get that shit to remove the pump and do all that. It's just a freaking headache. It's just going to be a nightmare. Cheapest option is to just buy an ashless engine oil, fully synthetic, 530 for your Rx8s. It's going to save all the dramas and just burn a little bit easier. So yeah, that's my rant anyway. I know it probably again doesn't actually make any sense, but yeah. So again, these are our products. I'm just touching base of where they're sold in New Zealand. I definitely know they're sold New Plymouth and Palmerston North and Philly Fielding, because Palmy is the head office. That's where it's all, the guts are made. That's where it's all sorted and branding, well not made, but yeah, you know what I mean. Distributed from. So everywhere else I was talking, they were telling me about, it's like, like warehouses, that whole, I don't know. But I said, look, now we're on board, we need to get this product, especially for rotor owners in there, and if not, you as I said, this same oil is just stick in your fucking whatever. Get those products to places where you can just go rock in and go grab one and stuff and try it out. Honestly, it's freaking good oil. Like I was real hesitant to leave just buying Giant off the shelf to go be sponsored with Penrite, but let's just say that in that period of time they've developed more oils and shit, so premixes and stuff like that. But yeah, they have a wide range, everything to cover everything now, from ashless to non-ashless, So yeah, stay tuned. I'm gonna find out where they're all at, where you can go and grab them, and this shit's cheap. It's so fucking affordable, and they come in 5 litre things, so that 5 litres usually, which is plenty. It's always got left with like a litre or so, depends on how big the sum is. I think our sunburn takes about 4 and a bit. But yeah, so that's my rant again. I'm just pumped to be a part of these guys and to be local and sit down and talk to them face to face, and them listening. And then if it feels like they're like, I can't explain it properly, and I say, well, look, we'll just Google it, and then they'll Google it, and they're not going to go, yeah. So yeah, again, Penrite was good, but yeah, I think that product that we're using, the zinc content was way too high for that product. So that's an added product to something that just needs to be simple, So yeah, we were developing issues. I'm not going to fucking lie about that. We was actually developing issues. Didn't make the engine running different. Just some things were starting to come arise, and I really wanted to talk to them about it, but I just felt like I was ghosted. So yeah, I think we've saved that thing from getting any further. But yeah, not engine wear or anything like that, just something that was really weird, really odd. Yeah. It explains also what something in Annie's Rx8 motor, when he said he could smell something like it cooked when the engine never got cooked ever. Yeah, we know what it was. But anyway, thank you for watching the video. Stay tuned. We'll let you know where you can start purchasing stuff. But yeah, so far, Central's Autos parts, New Plymouth, frickin' Wizza, Palmerston North and Philly. Buy it off the shelf, freaking cheap. It's really affordable. So we're going to end now, and next video is going to be Rx4 is pretty much getting finished. So next video I'm going to show you filming everything getting finished on that, and then going to roll outside and give it a walk around, and then yeah, get ready to clear coat it. But again, thank you everyone. Yeah, and thank you for watching my boring videos. I know this is shit, but anyway. And yeah, I'm trying to work on some shit to get ripping skids again. Just need to enjoy doing burnouts. Yeah, take care, peace out, and see you in the next one. Bow! Pow!